on mines. There we go. NSS on the attack. Double mouse, double bacha, double TFP, and RT. I like the pick. Tornado Energy though. Double mouse, two bacha, C4s. They can go aggressive with it if they want to surprise NSS, but it is also it works in a defensive posture. You know, the E4 behind the rock and such. So looks defensive to start off with. Coca-Cola just going on the hill, and the main question for both these teams here will be obviously which one gets the better RT connections, because that could be the difference maker. The HP is completely even. The RDs will make the difference.
So we've got Neski and Monte on the respective RT. Same RT as well, so it is going to be interesting to see who can actually land their shots and do the most damage. Could we get any beautiful blind shots that we saw, for example, in the first match as well?
Have to find out about that. Neski, 60 damage on towards Just Cause, pretty close, but near you, server. Gonna get across pretty much for free. For free, never mind that. Server.
Server taking a huge amount of damage there actually as he goes across. Near you taking 2 shots as well. So Server down to 2 shots and he's dead. 614 health there, and that was a brutal crossing. Actually gets hit again there. So down to 1 shot, 252 health, and he will not be leading any pushes anytime soon.
No, this is a trade I guess they were willing to make to retake that 1-2 line. They paid heavily for it. Luckily enough, Server won't have to do much for the rest of the game. Wait for the final push from NSS. So far, they're winning the trades. Server being low HP could be disastrous in the end. Beowulf just using the rock to spot. We could see a similar push here at one point, obviously, from NSS, like we saw from Navi, which was double mouse towards E1 and cross through the 1-2 line. Let's take the shots, and then near you and Server would actually be in trouble, especially.
Big hit there on Diodor. 637 coming in there. From Monte, it looks like it was, yeah?
Yeah, that was Monty. That was Monty for sure. Great shots from him so far. He's already up to about 1,000 damage. So initially he's winning the trades, but Nesquik can make the one shot at 1.0, so that's always something to watch out for.
See Server near you here on the left-hand side of the map. Server sitting right up on top of near you. Near you was spotted as well. Server wasn't, so hugging his teammate there for a bit of protection as we're falling now with Coca-Cola. Oh, sorry, I was going to say Coca-Cola there. Coca-Cola coming around onto the same flank to try and spot out some enemy tanks.
So far, so good though for NSS. They've done a lot of initial damage and starting to put a mouse towards the eastern side, so perhaps not going for the similar play that Navi did. They can obviously still work with the mouse as well. They can send Beowulf towards the 9 and start pushing him more aggressively, because then he can start blocking off the mouses, and then maybe Just Cause will be able to climb.
Just cause posturing for that area. There is 2 mouse right below them there, Nuclear and Apple Wow, and he has the potential angle there from Neski as well, so he has to be careful, because that could be a horrendously punishing climb if he gets caught out doing it.
Monty doing some shots, but only 24 damage. Not just enough yet. The thing is, they're up in about 2,000 HP now, but once the push commences from NSS, they could lose a lot of that rather quickly.
Coca-Cola over there as well, Daki, so is it going to be the mouse in to bait shots and then rush the back chats up the hill?
Well, they can work with the RT as well. I mean, they can try and push the mouses back if they can, and then push their mouse forwards toward that F8, F9 building so they can climb, but might cost them a lot of HP though, because Apple Wow and Nuclear facing that combination of players is usually pretty lethal.
Monty making a move over there as well. We've seen in the EU League plenty of artillery getting caught out in that position when they move over.
Nobody's spotting right now. They don't even have anybody next to the house, so I just want to use Beowulf to push back the mouses from Tornado Energy right now. If he can do that, then they'll be able to climb, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. And they need Monty to help out as well, so I don't know. The thing is about this, it's a good plan, but it's going to cost them a lot of time.
20 into Beowulf there.
Yeah, HE from Nuclear, because they're not going to pen each other. So they're just going to be shooting some HE, trying to knock something out. Ooh.
Oh, that was a blind shot, was it not?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Monty blindspotting Nesquik now.
Nicely done, Monty.
That could be a difference maker as well, because Monty is the person, Nesquik is the person that needs to hit that climb if they go up. Now, we might see NSS at one point after Monty pushes the Mousers a little bit further back, do the climb with Just Cause and Coca-Cola. If both of them get up, it's game over,
And
pretty much, for Tornado.
Monty in perfect position for this. He's just about to come off reload, so let's see how much damage he can do here onto Nuclear and his fellow Mouse right beside him. Monty just teeing up that shot as Beowulf takes another hit there. Monty's let fly.
He missed.
Didn't connect. 477 there on Nuclear though.
Yeah, but Beowulf is going now, like we said, to go aggressive. And now the climb will come out from NSS, though.
Just Cause and Coca-Cola right behind him. Just Cause gets up safely. He's spotted. Oh, one shot coming in. 5-on-5. He's going slow. He's hitting all the trees. Coca-Cola coming in right behind him. He's going to get up safely, unspotted as well. As Beowulf just continues to push these two Mouse back. And we see these two Batchats climbing up onto the hill.
Yeah, Coca-Cola wants to make it up desperately. One of those shots didn't connect on towards Just Cause, which is fine. Well, like, unlucky for the Mouse, but this is good stuff though from NSS. You send Coca-Cola first because he has HP to trade. Imagine if both Mouses hit Just Cause 490 Alpha. That is about roughly 1,000, right? And then he'd be on 200 HP. Now they share the damage. So Coca-Cola is on 870, can take some shots. And Just Cause is on 1.2, he can take some shots as well.
Oh, Diador getting hit there. 758. Huge amount of damage coming out, and TVP clipping into him as well from Lowshaw. As we see Apowo backing off here, trying to get a move into the middle, avoiding these Batchats up on the hill. And this is strong map coverage here from NSS, and I'm really not going well for Tornado Energy.
Yeah, but they still have a lot of HP to work with though for the side of Tornado Energy, and NSS needs to start making plays because time is starting to get low. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Just Cause taking out Diado there as we see Applewow and Nuclear here pushing up into Bulkin and Shocknick as well. But there's crossfire because Lawshaw is on the other side here, right in the middle. Not a good place for these two Mouse to be at the moment.
They're getting surrounded from all sides right now, and they still need to hold on for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And the thing is that Coca-Cola and Just Cause, they've done it already. They've crossed over all the way to G0. So now these Mouses need to make a play. Bulkin, though, not trading that effectively. And this is going actually a little bit back towards Tornado Energy.
Lawshaw here needs to get in the damage of his full clip here. 2 out, doesn't actually do any damage there, Daki. He's going to get 2 more, but Nuclear's going to turn and face him. Nuclear actually misses with his shot. Lawshaw, 1 more shot to do. Get damage, mate. Misses again, Daki. That's an entire clip. In the meantime, Monty's picked up another kill, and looks like NSS are still going to hold on here, but they're taking a beating for it. Yeah,
Bulkin staying alive is very crucial. Nuclear might get lost though, but that is not going to be enough because Just Cause is coming in as well, and then it's just Server near you, and Nuclear has all the HP. And NSS showing that Mines Camp, it's not so effective if you know how to clear it.
Nuclear does indeed pick up the kill on Lawshaw as Just Cause comes in, clips out into the back of him. 1 more shot, and that'll be him done. All we have left now is Server and Near You, and this is very nicely done for NSS and a great start for them.
Yeah, unless Near You can pull off some amazing plays, he would need to 1v1 Coca-Cola and not lose it. Near You, maybe. That's nice. Well, if he gets Monty now as well, it's not just lost yet. He needs to get Monty, and then Server needs to kill Just Cause.
This could actually work out in their favour, although Just Cause has the HP here to be able to trade with Server. Just Cause is like, actually, hang on a minute, I'm going to back off from that. Pulls away. Actually, Just Cause is going after Near You, which is exactly what he needs to do.
Server needs to run right now, and Near You needs to get Monty. If he does, it's Tornado's energies.
Monty with the shotgun right into Near You's face. Triple kill for him, and there is the carry of this match, Daki, or this round, sorry.
It's not over just yet. Server's still alive. Bulk and Beowulf have been dodged, and they don't have time to cap. Server needs to be careful the way he's running, because Just Cause is going to run into him.
Just Cause spots him, 2 shots, 1 more to make it. All you need to do is land a shot, and he does. Triple kill from Just Cause. 2 team members there from NSS getting the triple kill and getting their team the first win here.
I don't know what Server was doing. There's 55 seconds left on the cap. He should keep driving pretty much and go for the K-line. I don't know why he was still going for it. There is no need for that. Near You also, if he killed Monty, it was game over. He needed to kill Monty.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile.
It's do or die though for Near You, because he knows that the Mousers might be coming onto the hill. But if he kills Near You, then Server just needs to hide. And I think there was like 50 seconds left. Server could have probably made it away. That was a mistake from him to go back towards the cap. He should have kept running on the straight line he was going to the K4 bushes and hide there and hope for the best.
Just trying to run down the clock. Monty top Adin Daki.
Yeah, pretty well played by him there. 3.4k damage, showing that RT on mines works out well. Nuclear trying to do his best. Server and near you, but I still feel like Server could have won that game. It's a shame.
Them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. NSS showing here from the very start that they're not going to take this one lying down, that they are hungry to try and get into the finals here against Na'Vi and trying to break up the pattern here of always having a Tornado stroke Hellraisers Na'Vi final.
It was a good first round from the side of NSS. They let it get too close though, but Nesquik didn't really get to do much as he got blind shot. The thing is about RT in that position that you can't really move anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, once the first shot comes out, the enemy team pretty much knows, okay, that's where
they
it
know
is.
pretty much anyways where you're going
It's
to
going to
be.
be behind the building or in that bush.
He can only be on K4 because otherwise you don't pick RT because RT is just meant to shoot the climb and that's it.
And we've seen it happen quite a few times now, actually, with either targeted blind fire or accidental blind fire taking out artillery in that area.
Yeah.
We've seen artillery blind fire that area. We've seen Batchats blind fire that area.
We've seen Kani Loki hit it on the move.
That was beautiful, actually, in the first match. The best thing was I was watching the chat as well, and so many people in chat were just saying, "What the hell just happened?" Aiming for the TD and killing RT right beside him.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Tornado Energy picks up the round on attack though, because it seems like the CIS teams have a pretty good read of what to do and how to break this passive mines defense. Maybe something our European teams could learn something from.
Yeah, certainly something they've got to watch out for. Mines defense has become quite strong recently, and a lot of teams sitting back and playing very heavy defensive lineups. It's not a map that lends to teams being aggressive here. Now, not so serious going with Mouse, Type 5 heavy, double Batchat, double E4, and then RT again. Tornado Energy going with double Mouse. The new Tier 10 Daki, PZ.
Yeah, that's interesting. The new Tier 10, good gun, pretty good armor as well. Just interesting what they're going to use it for.
TVP, double Batchats, and then Neski on the T49 this time, no RT.
I know already. You can see Shotnik is a little bit less afraid because of that. Because there is no RT, Shotnik can just peek over the rock and spot at all times.
So Diador is in the PZ7. He's moving up into the middle area where they had the Mouse
It's a quick
previously.
cap. That's a quick cap for the side of Tornado Energy. You can see double Mouse and T49 moving towards the cap. They're going to shield the T49 and they're going to try...
Oh, huge shot coming in. 571 damage right onto the top of the PZ7 there. Monty once again showing his value here for NSS.
Yeah, Diador, that hurts. He's down below half, but the quick cap is on. 33 seconds. And the side of NSS is going to have to reset that one. Because look, the T49 is just sitting behind the two Mouses. And RG's not in position either, don't forget that.
Monty not going to be able to get a reset. He's going to try and go for a Nuclear and Applewell here. Neski is the key. They're going to try and protect the T49 and run the clock down here as quick as they can. How can Tornado Energy react to this?
They're going to... Tornado Energy just has to hold the cap because it's their only option, because they're going to lose Diador right now. And they need to hope that nobody resets, but it's 5 seconds.
NSS getting with a reset there. There's nobody near the cap circle here, Daki. They're hitting Nuclear, but Apoel, Neski completely shielded. It's Coca-Cola is going to come over from the other side to try and get a reset. Down to 8 seconds here. 7, 6. Is it going to go all the way?
It has to be Coca-Cola. It has to be Coca-Cola. Nobody else has reload.
NSS has still so much HP on the board. They need to start throwing tanks into this cap circle. 3 seconds. Coca-Cola jumps over. He doesn't get the reset on Neski. They're going to get the cap here. Just Cause runs around the back. And no, it's too little, too late. This is a quick cap here from NSS. And wow, not ready for it at all. Sorry, Tornado Energy actually. NSS, what were you doing, guys? What were you doing?
Weird play there coming out from NSS. It was obvious for Tornado Energy. Once Diador took that RD shot, he knew exactly where he was as well. Knowing, telling his team, K8 is where the RD is, which is interesting to put him there in the first place. Then the E4s, I think it's Bulkin, did what he was supposed to do. He reset at the first mouse, but then nobody else was in position. This is what happens when you give up 1-2 line completely, though. I mean, normally you have RD and K4 to counter this fact, but they had theirs in K8. So I think NSS really didn't expect Tornado Energy to go for a double mouse with T49 behind. It's a strat that's been used before. They just didn't feel like Tornado Energy would play it.
Nicely done. It looks like we're going to have our quickest win.
On attack.
If it does go to tiebreaker. Monte again. That doesn't look right.
That's from the last round.
Yeah. Monte then Nuclear. Yeah, that's not right. Monty not coming out on top this time. That's for round one. So just to remind you guys, round one, Monty was top damage in his artillery.
Yeah, weird that NSS wasn't ready for that. I mean, even after that, with losing Diador, Coca-Cola would be dead. I don't think NSS could have won that round. But all in all, good play from Tornado Energy. If RD is in K4 though, they're in trouble because they would not get all reset it. They're very lucky, or had a very good read on the fact that NSS would not
Would
put
not
their
do
RT
it.
there.
That's true. It's true. They could have gone, okay, guys, we know what these guys are going to do on defense, so let's mix it up a little bit and go the other way here. Certainly strange. I mean, there was a lot of time there. They had so much HP on the board still, and all the vehicles still alive. And
this is the correct one, but it doesn't really matter. Monty almost on top, Losto 0. Well, that's a throwaway round for the side of NSS, and mine's going as we predicted it to go. 1-1.
1-1. It's strange as well, after such a great start there from NSS, to then get caught off your pants down like that for round two. Generally, quick caps happen less and less as the season goes on. Teams are ready for it.
Yeah, but sometimes with it happening less and less and less, you get less and less prepared for it as well.
Yeah, true. Is very much the pinnacle of the mind game tactics. Now here we go on Runeberg. NSS on the attack, Tornado on the defense.
Well, this is a quick zero-line rush coming out from NSS with the Batras. They want to catch anybody from Tornado Energy moving down there. It's their only goal. It's to kill anybody to come down zero line. It's either they're going to shoot the tanks moving down zero line, or they're going to push straight into the zero line like Ding did and overmatch those tanks in the F0 area.
So Diador was moving down there, but he's backed off. He's left Nesque down there to his fate as they're going to jump over and get the kill on him, with Lulsho and Monty leading the charge. But they have to be careful because there is strong crossfire coming out of the town, and this is going to be with the Brawl Stars.
Well, Nesque is already in trouble, but so is Server. I don't even know what he's doing right now.
Server has been focused. He's pushed too far forward here, and everyone has shots on him. He's going to go down right after Monty here, so it's kill for kill right now. FV for Batchat tier 9, but look at this. Bulkin now taking a huge amount of damage for NSS as well, and Tornado still have all their HP on the tanks.
Well, Tornado need to push in right now when the Batchats are on reload. This is their moment, their time. They have to go in and they have to make kills, and they're coming for them.
Diador pretty much has a full clip here. Applewau can continue doing shots. He's a single shooter. Nearuse a single shooter in the T62, and Griffin is just coming off the reload as well. Nuclear coming into Type 5 Heavy. Can he get a connection on his tank?
He might do, but I think this is already over for NSS. Near you needs to push in towards them. Applewau should be driving as well. They're not committing. This works as well. Near you is going to take the zero line, and I don't know how NSS can get out of this because they're in deep, deep crossfire.
It's like Nuclear's just waiting to try and delete Lulsho at the moment from the area. He's in near you now, pushed down that area to get a crossfire in. Lulsho in such a bad place to be at the moment. I mean, it's guns in the game right now. Everyone's equal, but I mean, look at the HP advantage here that Tornado Energy has over NSS.
Ooh, Nuclear has a close shot there. Lulsho gets spotted out. Griffon is taking a lot of damage though, but look at it. Applewau pushed in as well, and this should be the end for NSS.
Applewau now pushing up against Lulsho. He has 3 shots, but he's not going to be able to get them out into Applewau. Near you actually picking up the kill there on Lulsho. Bulkin left over there in the bat chat. We still have Beowulf on all the health, but I mean, they're just ignoring him to focus down his teammates at the moment.
Yeah, the health seemed close at one point, but that's only because Beowulf had 3.2 sitting on his mouse, which wasn't in the fight whatsoever. Good counter shot here for Tornado. Server making a little bit of a mistake there. I'm not sure what his plan was. Either he didn't move to the building quickly enough and he got double-tracked, or he wasn't supposed to go there. It's one of those two things. Either he was slow or he wasn't supposed to be there whatsoever. It worked out in the end, though, because Tornado Energy did something much better than a lot of the European teams did and a lot of the NA teams did as well, from what I've seen, is they did not give up zero line. They put everything in there. Once Server died, they put everybody towards the zero line. They didn't care that there's a mouse in the middle. Everybody's so scared about the mouse in the middle. They just pretty much YOLO'd zero line, took it back over, and we're like, okay, you're reloading. Now you're dead.
Yep, the mouse was just ignored so they can focus on the rest of his teammates. Just cause now, the only person left here for NSS is Tornado Energy, just basically sending the tanks all around him. And it's near you with the triple kill in the T62A there, picking that one up, and it's 2-1 now to Tornado Energy.
It's such a standard pick for Tornado Energy to leave near you in that T62A up north in Runeberg. They've done it so many times, grand finals throughout the season. The good thing about it is he's so quick in rotation. If they don't come north, he just comes zero line, and we saw how quickly he was there. And I really liked the counter push from Tornado. It was really good. It was on point. Bulkin, not sure what he was doing in this round. I didn't even know if he did damage. He was like kind of like driving towards zero line. I was like, okay, no, 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 I'm out
Stop
of here.
behind the rocks, yeah. But I mean, this is exactly what Tornado Energy needed to do after losing that first round. Oh, we get a camera stare now. How long is he going to hold it for? No, not long. Different reaction from his teammates. One staring at the camera, the other one is
Praying.
focusing. Focusing, as Hultnick would say it.
Server has not had such a good games yet. He hasn't had such a great season either. He played really well at the Champions Rumble, but after that, not sure. But look, Griffon, Niryu, good play.
Very nicely done. 5 kills between the two of them and top damage as well. So, fine example of leading the team.
Just got Beowulf, most of the damage was ignorable. Like, look, server 0. So yeah, Bulkin, Monty,
One shot, yeah.
also not doing much.
Bulkin 1 hit for 4 shots as well. And same with Neski. I mean, Neski's not on an auto.
It's just not enough from those tier 9 bad shots. Not sure what happened there. Miscommunication, bad peaks, maybe something. But yeah, server, not sure. Second game in a row, really. But well, I don't know. That was that first Mines round, and then this game. He's not had a good series so far. I hope he can recover. Because if they want to win against Na'Vi later on, he's going to have to be on form as well.
I'm sure he'll come back into it. The team just has to hit the stride, I think, with Tornado Energy. I mean, what you're talking about earlier on, the team doesn't generally do so great throughout the regular season, but then they step up and LAN. It's interesting, I was actually looking at the stats from Season 1, and Na'Vi had to actually come into LAN through playoffs. They didn't actually get straight by from it. So, but these two teams, when they get in these positions, it's just, I mean, it's business as usual.
Happens.
Same for Not So Serious, though. They're always like, you know, at the end of the season, they're always there.
I talked about it with Mojo. The thing is with Na'Vi usually is they have a standard for a map and they play their standard over and over. Teams learn their standard, teams counter their standard, and then come to LAN and lose
Switch
against
it.
their new standard.
Yeah. Not so serious on the defense. I mean, look at that defensive stat. 73% against Tornado Energy's attack of only 43%. On paper, you would think this goes to Not So Serious, but is that going to go this way?
We'll have to see. They have a strong lineup. I don't think Tornado Energy is going to challenge the zero line. It's gonna have to see. This is weird to hear what they're doing with the bad shots. They're just hiding them. It's okay. Some sort of A-B line split somehow. They want to catch out Beowulf one way or another.
It looks like, yeah, almost looking at the minimap, it looks like it'd be something undecisive here, but
No,
Neski
just
gets
want to
spotted
catch out
out.
Beowulf. That's
Shot
it.
into Beowulf. Neski takes one back in return as well. Shotnik taking damage as well. Shotnik's actually taking more damage than what Beowulf taken. And now the rest of the tanks back off here, so exchange between teams. Tornado Energy still having the most HP, but I mean, their light lost the most damage there, so I'd say that's probably a trade in their favour.
It looked like it was indecisive, but in reality it wasn't.
Griffin,
now-
though, taking a huge amount of damage to the deck. He's down to a one-shot. Applewell taking damage here as well. It's just Cosme able to clip out into him, and that's bit of a misplay there from Griffin getting caught out like that.
But he had to run and he couldn't go anywhere. Just Cause was ready, pushed aggressively the K line to get ready for that. The other here needs to be careful because he's playing against two Titans. But it wasn't indecisive from Tornado. It was more like they just wanted to do damage towards Beowulf. They just didn't get enough out of it. And now they need to rush the A-B line with those bad shots.
Now, Applewell's getting shot at as well. Nuclear gets the kill on Lulshow. That was very, very needed at the moment because he was about to get a shot into Applewell. Now, can Coca-Cola do it? He does get a kill into Applewell. 1 for 1 at the moment. Both teams have lost a mouse, and Tornado Energy is continuing to bleed HP. They now have about 2k less overall than NSS.
Yeah, but now NSS will rush the A-B line. Well, not really rush it. Server will go kill Monty, and they will start triple capping, and only Beowulf is in position. They need to hold off the tanks from NSS that are going to come back now. But Nuclear is pretty much down and out, and now with some Beowulf to reset before the tanks get there, because I don't know if they can make it.
Beowulf, the only person at the top of the map as we see Coca-Cola and Bulkin driving up here towards the cap circle. Now, 3 tanks in there. There is the first reset coming out there from Beowulf into the mouse of... I didn't actually see that one. I think it was Deodor take it. Now they're backing off from this. As Coca-Cola and Bulkin are going to come round here. I think, Daki, this is still NSS's match right now,
It
this
should
round.
be NSS's round. They have so much HP lead. They're going to focus down Deodor. And when he's down, it just leaves autoloaders for the side of Tornado. And unless there's some major overextensions, it should be NSS.
Coca-Cola baiting out shots from Deodor here as Beowulf can get shots into him as well. Trying to keep that turret faced at him as Beowulf picks up that kill, and now they can rotate back round to deal with the tanks of Tornado Energy sitting in the middle of the city.
Yeah, this one's not going to go well for Tornado. 4 tanks against 5, but unless they get like picks everywhere, it's not going to end well.
Just Cause spots out near you and decides, rather than stand and shoot, I'm just going to back off and not take any more damage here.
The correct decision, because he's the only rotational tank for his side, so he needs to play it safe.
Still lit at the moment as Neryu's given chase. Who else can get shots here now? Shotnik has a full clip here. Neryu's going to drive into a crossfire. Very nicely done there. Very nicely done. Trap set and baited as now Server gets shot at as well by Just Cause. Shotnik with the double kill. Neryu actually gets the kill on Just Cause. But I mean, Griffin's a one shot, Neryu's a one shot, Neski's a 2 shot, and he's in a light tank.
Yeah, and Vulcan still has 3k HP, so
Yeah.
let's Griffon can do an amazing amount of damage now towards that mouse. Set him on fire, Amorak him. Either of those things.
I mean, you and Mojo were talking about it in the previous match. Amoraks are possible on the mouse. Daki, certainly you've experienced 1 or 2 yourself, haven't you?
No clue what you're talking about.
Neryu and Shotnik trading here at Bulkin's Rock.
It's not gonna change much though, because like, you know, like Neryu has no HP, Shotnik will peek out at one point and kill him. Somebody will go kill him, that's for sure. Never mind. Shotnik kills him as expected, and that leaves Griffon and Nesqui, tier 8 and a tier 10 versus 4 tanks on healthy HP. And this round is NSS's.
Beowulf just pushing right up into him. Beowulf on the double kill. Griffin just driving around at the bottom of the map, giving his team a little bit of time to talk to each other about what happened there.
Well, they have to start thinking about Ghost Town because they're not going to win on Runeberg. So, changing the prediction to 7-4.
7-4. How many changes
No,
to
I
the
told
predictions
you.
are
I
gonna
told
be?
you. If Tornado picks up Runeberg and goes down 2-0 and it's 5-1, then it's going to be 7-2. And otherwise, it's going to be 7-4, which is what I said in the beginning.
Okay, and I went with, I think, 7-3, 7-5 for NSS.
Nice shot, though.
That was nice. That was a really nice shot, actually, yeah. Nothing now. Anyone else coming around the other side of the map? Very slow end to this round here on Runeberg. But it is going to end 2-2 as we go into our third map, and it looks like this could be a bit of a trade here. I mean, before we were talking, Daki, me, you, and Mojo reckoned quick first match, and then long next 2 matches.
Yes, that's what it feels like. But good round from NSS. Shutting down every single play coming out from Tornado. I feel like they wanted to do a lot more damage towards Beowulf in the 1-1-3. So Diador could play over there and then send Nesqui to cap with them, but it didn't really work out like that. They didn't do that much damage to Beowulf, and they took a lot in return, especially on Griffon, because of good plays coming out from Just Cause, going aggressive along the K-line, catches out Griffon, who's on the run. He has to go. So, good stuff.
See, checking some sheets of paper there for team tactics and picks. It's like one of the players also has to add a little bit of paper to the end of the monitor there for the studio lights.
Now, Ghost Town coming out. Another make or break map though. NSS to hold on needs to get 1-1 because I still feel like Tornado could. This is a more of a 2-0 map for Tornado than Runeberg was.
How big
Because there's not such a big bias towards the defensive side.
How big an impact would it be for either team right now to get a lead of 2 rounds here on Ghost Town?
It'd be massive, especially with the maps remaining. We still have Murovanka to be played. We still have Cliff to be played.
Look at that damage from Beowulf in the 1-1-3. That's beastly in a single shooter on this map.
Yeah, very well played by him. 4.7. They killed him in the beginning. If he is like in a bad position, overextended a little bit, or on the side, and he goes down, be a different game. But he positioned well. He did the damage. Nesqui 3090. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be seeing him do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, generally when you're the scout players, it's never really your game, unless you happen to be Kuritz on the top of the hill on Runeberg, not Runeberg, on steps. Then you can just farm damage all day long. But generally, yeah, you're never going to get huge damage in light players. It'd be interesting to see what those guys play once the new patch drops. Are they still going to be playing tier 8 lights? Are they going to higher tiers or whatever? How that's going to work?
We'll have to find out when we get to that point. I think they're just about to get ready for the next map. Ghost Town coming out. I worry for NSS here because it's all about the trades. Tactics kind of go out of the window a little bit at one point, and it's fight.
Are you going for your safe bet of 7 mouse here?
5, 8.
5-8.
8.
8. Okay. I do like the one previously where Mojo had a little heated debate about who was closer with the numbers.
Wow. Only 5. Feels bad, man.
Only 5.
Kinda light.
T57's coming out though a lot of the time now
Yeah,
here.
57 is good though for defense, especially against mouses, because the heat ammo can go to the turret very well, but it's very light from both these teams actually, and well, a light in essence of mouses. So there might be some quick cap involved with this from the side of NSS, because double WZ sometimes indicate that. And keep in mind, one thing is that Tornado Energy does not have an AMX-30, does not have an UDAS, does not have a T49.
It's true. They
They
don't.
have nothing which effectively can climb on A1. I was going to say Nesky is the only one, but he is spotted out. So now NSS might be considering North Cap.
Just throw someone in the cap quickly.
They can if they want to.
Looks like Nuclear's already kind of moving over to kind of cover that area. If you
One
look at
mouse
the
is
mini-map.
not enough.
I don't think NSS are going for it. It's something we always talk about all the time coming into Ghost Town. Are we going to see cap shenanigans? Are we going to see teams just looking for a brawl? And on the lineup here of NSS, you would think there's cap shenanigans with the WWZs.
The longer this game,
Double WZ. Wow.
the longer this game goes on, the more it's going in favor of Tornado Energy, I think, because they are starting to surround. And once those T57s come in play, unless they overextend, it's going to hurt, because they have the advantage in terms of autoloaders. Mosto needs to be careful here as well, because they could come through the cap and clip on towards him.
Look at this on the minimap. You can see Tornado Energy just slowly edging forward here, creeping forward onto NSS. And Coca-Cola! Oh my god, laddie, you have just been absolutely pummeled there as you got focused from the guns there of Tornado Energy.
As predicted, the longer this game goes on, the more it's going to go into favor of Tornado Energy. They got caught out over there. Apple Wow overextending, needs to be careful, and Just Cause is coming to flank now, but that's not going to be enough because the 57s are almost reloaded. Near You is already coming in with a new clip.
Just Cause is getting shot there. Near You's coming over as well to Shonic and Lolshow. He's going to drive into the middle area. He's taking a lot of damage for that as well. Now you see Griffin taking damage for Tornado Energy as well. Beowulf taking damage on NSS. Just Cause now dropping pretty much to a one-shot now as he's been focused out. And Daki, this is going absolutely terrible for this fight in the middle. Both teams taking a lot of damage for it.
Diador should come in though and now start clipping onto the back of them if he can. And SS, they're doing the good trades. Near You, Apple Wow, need to be careful in this area. They're kind of surrounded, but now there comes the push from Tornado straight through the middle.
Griffin, Server, and Nuclear leading this charge here. They're going to try and focus down Beowulf now, who's caught up on the edge of the map as he's trying to retreat. He goes down with Diador picking up the double kill. Near You trading out with Shotnik here in the middle of the map as Nesky comes round the back to try and help out his teammate with Lolshaw focusing into him. Diador taking a little bit of damage now. Lolshaw is being focused at the moment, as I said, with the Nesky coming round the back to him. Lolshaw actually going to come off reload and probably kill Nesky here because he's backed off, he's clipped out.
Yeah, but Nesky already did more than he's supposed to. Lolshaw actually missed as well. That's very crucial. And now Diador will get another clip off. Nesky actually saved him. Near You is still alive as well, doing damage. This is going well for Tornado Energy. They're keeping their one-shots alive.
Tornado Energy still in the fight here. Look at all the HP still on Nuclear and Griffin as well. They have these two big, huge chunks of armor and HP in the middle of this brawl, and they're just swinging every direction at the moment. Tanks dropping either side here, as we see Diador now focusing into Monte. This is not going to go well for Monte. Actually, he might get a kill on Diador. He's going to come off reload. Can he make the shot count, Daki?
He's not going to be able to kill him. He doesn't have enough alpha for that. 507. The gun doesn't have enough. Monty's still alive too, but the thing is, Griff on Nuclear just have too much HP to make this work.
Monty just needs to pick up the kill here on Diador, as he does. 4 guns to 2 right, or sorry, 4 guns to 3 right now. Or 4. Nesky's still in here with 30 HP, but Tornado Energy have all the HP as well, Daki.
You need to be careful though, because they're starting to get shot from all sides, and Nuclear isn't trading that well, but he should get Lolshaw together with Griffon. There we go. Now it's 3 one-shots though against 4 tags from Tornado Energy, and this should be it.
Tornado Energy wrestling control here of Ghost Town, as all we have left is Monty here for Not So Serious. Griffon picking up the double kill there. Nesky just keeping Monty spotted. Monty's going to pop out, try and get a shot into him, but nope, Nesky hides behind the buildings as Nuclear, Server and Griffon come in. Nuclear picking up the double kill.
Yeah, the longer that game went on, the more it went into favor of Tornado Energy. There were some bad trades made there, Near You, Apple Wow especially, but they got the initial damage done towards Coca-Cola, which was was it Coca-Cola or Just Cause in the T57? It was Coca-Cola, never mind. Coca-Cola took most of his HP and damage, which then rendered him useless for the remainder of that game. He went down shortly after, while near you and Diador, who did the initial clips, got off another clip and another clip, and they made the difference, especially near you staying alive for way too long. Nesqui came in and saved Diador as well against Losto. Losto missed Nesqui as well. It's a lot of small mistakes that costed NSS the round, and especially not expecting a T57 flank.
Yeah, a huge amount of damage there coming in from the T57s. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see one of them breaking 5k, possibly even 6k. I think I had 3 clips out from one of them near you, actually only 3.4, so damage actually quite well spread across the top of the team.
Yeah, they all did a nice amount of damage. Nesqui actually doing a lot in his tier 9 bat as well. He played well in that fight at least. Near you, actually, he should have only gotten 1 clip off of the way he then pushed across the middle, but he stayed alive, which is important. Tornado just hanging on and then making the right decision, overmatching the mouses, quickly removing Beowulf, who only got to do 900. And talking about Coca-Cola, he was the crucial factor in this game because
Focused at the start, yeah.
he lost so much HP, and he was the main autoloader for the side of NSS because he's the only one that had a short reload. The other one was just causing a batch shot, which can't really do much. So him being focused by the side of Tornado was what won him the match.
Looks
really.
like an Udes there.
It is an Udes.
Yep, Udes for Nesqui. So interesting as well that Bulkin was 4th of damage and he was playing tier 9 WZ. So good amount of damage coming in from him here. I think he was in the middle area, being able to do a lot of damage there on the crossfires. So we know that Udes pick here on Not So Serious. We know where that's going to go unless there's any surprising secret Russian tactics coming out. But how effective is it going to be? That's going to be the question.
Well, we saw Navi use an Udes as well, and they actually won the fight without even really using him. So kind of depends on how the game goes, yeah, you know. But he is there just in case they need him, though. Tornado Energy, triple mouse, 113, triple WZ. It could be, again, this is a lineup that can quick cap if it wants to.
50B there as well for Not So Serious. Now, we were talking just earlier about how we tend to see a lot more T57s over the 50B.
Quick cap. It's going to be the quick cap because of the 113 double WZ. At least it looks like that.
Coca-Cola in position, just causing Monty backing him up as well, so they have a lot of tanks ready to receive this Daki.
Yeah, they could do a lot of damage if they do go for it. Question is, will Tornado actually commit? Because the Nesqui got spotted, they might not choose to do it.
Big bounce coming off the front there of Coca-Cola. He's backed up with 2 other tanks behind him, so, I mean, this is very strong from NSS. They're saying, hey guys, we're covering top base. If you want to go for it, but you're going to take a lot of damage for it.
Let's just say NSS is completely set up for a northern play from Tornado Energy. They have 5 tanks completely in position to try and counter it if it comes out.
Now, how do Tornado counter this? Did they just say, we're going to push through the city then instead, boys?
Well, they can play it slow. What they can do is, where Nuclear Theodore and Servers push forward towards the wall and try to block off anybody crossing back from NSS and try and cap that way, but they have to take it slow though. They have to check their angles, they have to check if they didn't get flanked yet. It's going to take some time, and then try to cap at somebody. The issue is with Just Cause and Monty, whoever goes into cap could die really quickly, depending on the connections they can both get.
So now it's a game of patience here from Tornado Energy, trying to force NSS into making a move. I mean, Tornado Energy are the ones attacking, so arguably they're the ones that have to make the move, but right now NSS are in no hurry to push into them.
Still a good setup though for NSS, even if they push through that D, E line. Monty's already ready for it. Beowulf was spotted as well.
We've seen Udes from this area being able to farm huge amounts of damage as well, getting that crossfire. Now, Tornado Energy slowly creeping up here into Death Alley, as Mojo has dubbed it. We need to get a little signpost on the wall right in front of Diador there would be quite good for it. Little street name. Nesqui just sitting below them.
The way Tornado Energy is sitting right now is they still kind of want to go for that northern cap. Otherwise, they'd be rotating around the map. They are either talking about what to do, or the second thing is, if you think the enemy team knows what you're going to do, one of the most effective things is to just sit and wait and make them doubt their decision. Make them doubt that you're still there. Make them wonder, did you rotate? Did you move away? That is the question for NSS to answer. Because if you just wait minute after minute after minute, they start doubting: Are they gonna come? What are they doing? What are they setting up for? Should we stay like this? Should we move? Should we rotate? All those kind of questions pop up in your head.
Yep. Just force them into just giving up the position effectively. There's Tornado starting to do the rotation down south, Daki.
It's the good rotation. Honestly, I don't think Northern Cap would have worked out for them. Seemed like they wanted to do it, but quickly realized it's not an option. What they can do now, though, is quick middle cap. It's risky still, though. But they can do quick middle cap if they want to. I don't think they should. They can put, for example, 3 quick tanks in E5-6 in the corner of the cap, but the issue is Beowulf. So I like this move where they're going to start flanking around.
Yeah, going for a long flank here down the bottom. It looks like then they'll send the Mouse back out safely and put them more round into the middle. Now look at these tanks just sneaking around in a little group of 4. Look at this gun line. Coming round to face that would be so much pain.
Yeah, but there's nobody there from NSS.
Yes, yeah, it just looks pretty, but there's nobody there. Look how perfectly everyone's aimed over each other.
Well,
Like, okay, boys, no one's here. Let's move on to the next corner.
what they might do now is to put the triple mouse into the cap, though. Or get at least 1 or 2 mouses into the cap to try and bait the rotation from perhaps Shotnik and annihilate him along the way.
Because the important thing here is that
There we go.
they have no idea where anyone is right now, NSS. Daki, you are a wizard.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Triple cap, Mouse going in here, and then the rest of the team able to flank round. Now, NSS have no idea where the rest of the team is. They can still think that they're trying to do something up north. Great shot out there already into Beowulf. 2 shots out into him, 437. Another one was 46 something, I think it was. Mouse, 490 average damage, so not too great with the rolls there.
Yeah, but nice cap strat here. They will proxy as well the T-57 and Mouse coming behind, but those tanks in the south from Tornado need to make a move because I think NSS will just bounce on the 3 Mouses in the cap right now.
Yep, they're rotating round all the way around the north, so we're going to try and come in the back of them. Now we're at 16 seconds to go. Now the problem is that the tanks here of Tornado Energy that flanked all the way around the bottom side of the map are not going to be able to help their team at the top. There is going to be a wraparound here, and these Mouse are going to be in a lot of trouble here. As Applewell gets the kill on Beowulf, Just Cause peeks round, and he is focused fire. Logshow and Bolquin coming round here as well, as Bolquin's clipping out into the back into Deodor at the moment. Server and Nuclear, though, still have a huge amount of HP, and they're going to turn around and focus back into the T-57 Heavy, trying to ignore Logshow and try and take down the damage dealer here.
They just need to push one side and go for it, and they're doing exactly that. Just Cause took the most of the pain, Bulkin didn't fare much better, and they're picking one side and going. Tornado Energy is actually making it work. These Mouses are doing really, really well, and the rest of the tanks are coming in well as well. 6v4, it doesn't really work, especially with an Udes out of the fight.
That was great focus fire there. And look at this Griffin coming in now with all the HP, all the ammo available to him. Logshow's down to a 1 shot. He's going to go down the next shot that shoots at him. Griffin's going to go drive away and say, I've got 2 more shots into someone else here. And that was very nicely done from the triple Mouse there on cap. They came round, they focused the bat chat, then they focused the T-57 Heavy, and then he said, okay, now we'll shoot the Mouse.
Yeah, the setup from NSS just too focused on that northern cap and didn't pay off whatsoever. Applewell gets Shotnik, and now just that Udes left alive. He might get Applewell. No, he gets Griffon instead. But yeah, NSS just too focused on that northern cap, and this is not like the most revolutionary play from Tornado Energy. Pushing that 3 line, like the F4, to shoot the Mouse is something that happens a lot, and it's what teams set up for to counter, and they didn't whatsoever. So they lost Beowulf, they lost their one guy that could provide a nice crossfire, and then Just Cause had to push in, but by the time Just Cause came in, Griffon in his 50B had already relocated to G6, G7 to shoot Just Cause coming in, and then the 57 on reload. It just doesn't work out for NSS when they lose gun after gun.
The minute Monty shoots here, the minute he's spotted, he's going to just be eliminated in the blink of an eye. Everyone pre-aiming in that area. Monty, not even aiming his gun at anyone. He's like, okay, you guys can just drive towards me and spot me. Is he going to take a cheeky shot? He does. He's spotted. Watch how quickly now he dies. Multi-kill from Applewell. 4 kills in that round. Very nicely done. He was in the Tier 9 WZ. So that's 2 rounds back-to-back. We've seen WZs coming high damage here. And yeah, great play there from Tornado Energy coming out 4-2 on top here.
Ghost Town, don't want to say that.
Told you so.
Told you so, but
You told me so.
I did say it was going to be the map where
You don't want
NSS.
you saying you don't want people to say that you were right. You don't want to say, "Hey guys, I was right."
I did say that it was going to be the map that decides NSS needs to hold on here if they want to make the difference. They did it on Rurenberg, which was also like plus minus about. But I said Ghost Town is the map where they need to hold out, where they need to take a 1-1 if they want to continue this series in style. Now being 4-2 down, I don't think this is going to go well for them. You could just see Ghost Town is that kind of map, player skill, individual moves, moving between your teammates, and the coordination from Tornado was just better. It was more on point. They catched NSS off guard not once, but twice. They catched them off guard on the defense. They catched them off guard on the attack as well. NSS too focused on that northern area. Just Cause out of the fight, the Udas out of the fight, 1-1-3 there as well. Heavy focus on the north, and Tornado Energy easy rotation. They just went around.
And the triple mouse.
The triple mouse actually
just brawling in the middle like beasts, basically. They were just saying, "Come at us, guys. We're right here."
Yeah, they did it well there. I mean, this is small things as well. They see one tank on one side, they turn them back, they turn around and go push the 3 tanks, all with their fronts. They don't care about the 113. They kill the 57 really quickly. Griffon made the right rotation as well, was in position to cover. When Just Cause pushed in, just everything went well for Tornado Energy in this round, and NSS didn't have the correct answers.
Yep, well, we're going to have just a wee break while the teams also have a wee break in between the rounds here, and we'll be right back for the rest of this match.
Очень много урона приняли. Потом команда НСС просто переместилась на деревню, начала наносить урон по маусам. Отлично отыграл Монти на арте, стоит его отметить, потому что они поняли, что артиллерия противника стоит в К4. Он блайндом просто снял арту, и это оказалось одним из решающих факторов в этом бою.
Хочу артиллерию Нескви защитить. Я как его коллега в этом плане, что К4 позиция для защиты, умирает любая артиллерия, неважно, это Кириллоид, Нескви, кусок овчарки, Кенни Локи, все там умирали. Согласен?
Ну и тот самый момент, когда весь чатик орал «Булкин! Булкин!» Конец раунда.
Да, как мы видим, красиво разобрались с маусами. С 3 сторон вот буквально их пытались разбирать. 2 ТВПшки и маус. Конечно, все-таки тяжело ТВПшкам пробивать настолько толстую броню у Мауса, но ребята вот вроде нашли необходимые углы, и несмотря на то, что драка, конечно, на центре это затянулась, все-таки вышли НСС победителями из-за численного преимущества.
В сравнении с юниками в прошлого полуфинала похожая ситуация произошла. Там Нави зажали юники, а тут, получается, НСС зажали Торнадо, и Торнадо сделали раньше выпад в центр, и, получается, за счет этого было очень плотное сражение до конца раунда.
Да, здесь однозначно ребята более быстро сориентировались. Это, конечно, могло выйти более позитивным результатом для них, но НСС слишком сильная команда, чтобы просто так взять и выпустить преимущество.
Там все на тоненького было. Вот 3 момента, которые мы прямо записали себе. Мы тут ведем как аналитики, делаем вид, что работаем профессионально. НСС в атаке. Первое. Отстреляли батчатов на воде. Очень много урона. Потом Монти. Крутой шот. Не уверен, это было просто блайнд-шот, слепой выстрел по знанию позиции, либо трашеру. Не буду совершать ошибку. И после этого хороший прием центра. Вот 3 ключевые точки, которые можно описать весь этот раунд.
Я могу описать этот раунд для Торнадо как из разряда «Чего?». И, в общем-то, 0-1, и они входят, опять же, в рудники, поменявшись сторонами. И давайте посмотрим, что и как сделали Торнадо в ответ.
Та же самая ситуация, только с другой стороны. У нас встает НСС в защите, и хочу обратить сразу внимание всех зрителей на то, что Монти решает ассекуратничать и не вставать в К4 в опасную позицию для артиллерии. Он встает около ангаров. И в этот момент Торнадо делают идеальную тактику против этого. Получается, что они занимают несколькими танками в середине, на гору заезжают, а 2 маусами и 49-кой встают круг на воде.
Без артиллерии крайне сложно сбивать захват там, потому что маусы очень высокие. Даже если с 2 маусов сбивать, то 49-ки за ними сбить не получится, и придется посылать танк, как делала команда НСС, который просто вот он упал, даже не получилось у него сбить во время падения, разбился. То есть там было понятно, что раунд проигран только потому, что маусы уже стали на захват 49-ку. Уже в этот момент уже студия аналитики поставила крест на команде
Точно знала,
НСС.
что это торнадо выиграли, потому что кроме этого, того, что нету артиллерии на 4-й линии в К4, у них еще и Бачат не проехал на остров. То есть
И
они...
в этот момент Батшат просто наносит свой дамаг уже после того, как закрепился
Да, там
захват базы.
упал Кока-Кола, пытался сбить, не сбил, но неважно. То есть это было 100%, даже если бы он в полете попал, сделал идеальный для Мувика выстрел.
Они теряли
для
танк.
сбития. Он терял танк, после этого еще теряли много бы жизней. Самое важное, нет было арты на 4-й линии, они решили поехать укрепить деревню и центр, отдали еще остров, ни одного Бачата там не было. Две идеальные ситуации, которые склеились, и для Торнадо я не уверен. Возможно, Торнадо делали это все по информации, выбрали именно такой вариант развития с захватом, либо заранее при любой ситуации так бы делали. Но для них сложилось все...
Ну и по итогу мы имеем 1-1 и просто неожиданные для нас всех рудники. И переходим на следующую карту, на Руинберг. И, как мы уже говорили, здесь все-таки есть дисбаланс по атакующим, защищающим сторонам.
Именно поэтому НСС решили не тянуть резину, как говорится, взяли большое количество бачатов и просто поехали драться в город. Они решили, что часть бачатов будут оказывать давление на нулевой линии, часть из них решила подловить ФВшку в городе, у них это получилось, но был такой танк, как Type 5 Heavy у команды Торнадо, который просто снес практически фулового бачата 9 уровня.
Там несколько выстрелов получил, и после этого Нуклер добил больше 1000 хп у АП.
Да. И это, конечно, очень сильно повлияло на то, как разворачивались свои силы команды НСС. Они попытались отступить, но уже было поздно. Они поняли, что тяжики подъехали в город, и с ними бороться у них не получится. Опять же таки, казалось бы, Type 5 Heavy такой танк, скажем так, специфический. Не всегда он заходит. Но вот в данный момент они как вот почувствовали, взяли его на эту карту, и он сыграл просто вот четко, отлично он зашел, потому что против бачатов это, по-моему, вообще идеальная машина.
Еще хочу добавить, что вот НСС выбрали тактику самую скиллозависимую, наверное, в атаке, потому что она очень быстрая и требует индивидуального мастерства от каждого игрока. И еще самое главное, качественной, слаженной работы. Они въехали хорошо. То есть во время раунда, в первые 1,5 минуты, это смотрелось, что они могут выиграть в атаке, пока Нуклер не поменял некоторые моменты. Из-за этого им стало сложнее убивать танк на нуле, добивать. И все как снежный ком. Пошло с одного как бы выстрела серьезного и нарастилось до уверенной победы Торнадо в дефе. Со счетом 2-1 они начинали в атаке Руинберга.
Да, и мы имеем следующий раунд уже сравнение счета 2-2. Там, конечно, было все более быстро. Но давайте более подробно разберем затерянный город. У нас есть о чем пообщаться по затерянному городу.
Давай, я по Руинбергу хотел бы, вот мы не рассматриваем хайлайт, вот ту защиту НСС, по сути, выиграл один Just Cause.
Да?
Он поехал, занял просто потрясающую позицию после засвета, потому что Маус не успевает вовремя приехать на нижнюю часть карты.
Да.
И заранее засветил, начал еще давать урон наносить. И там было видно, что просто Торнадо развернулись и начали пробовать какие-то другие точки. Возможно, еще какая-то ситуация произошла одновременно, но они поменяли свое решение. А когда ты посередине боя меняешь свое решение на какое-то впереди непродуманное, там было все уже
Не
решено.
всегда заходит. То есть команда попыталась сыграть в игру, когда они как-то более гибко по стратегии играют вокруг того, что делает противник. Но, как говорится, здесь либо пан, либо пропал. То есть в данном случае они не угадали, как им нужно действовать, и попали четко вот в ловушку.
Ну и мы добрались до поворотной карты для НСС, потому что оба раунда были отданы в сторону Торнадо.
Предыдущие карты были 1-1.
Да, плотно шли ноздря в ноздрю. И давайте посмотрим более плотно 5-й раунд на затерянном городе.
В начале боя мы упустили, конечно, этот момент, нам его не показали, там, где два бачата, просто еще не зарядившихся, вот так вот катались, светили друг друга, потом развернулись, поехали обратно. Но это на самом деле не тот момент, который оказал серьезное влияние. Позиции более-менее стандартные у обеих команд были, но Торнадо решили сыграть намного более агрессивно. Мы уже видим, что они отжимают вот эту вот всю зону, они постепенно начинают делать так, чтобы не получилось у Кока-Колы и танкам, которые к нему потенциально могли подъехать, выйти на захват второй базы. То есть они видели, что у противника такой сетап, что они вероятнее всего будут играть захват второй базы. Да, потому что вверх у них не получилось бы нормально сыграть. Вот
Это
здесь
пол-
мы видим 2,57 вышли, и из двух барабанов, конечно, не забрали Кока-Колу. Это минус. Apple вышел, получил прострел от вот этих вот ВЗшек. То есть уже вот мы хотели просто показать вот эту красивейшую драку, которая здесь проходила. Насколько обе команды скоординированы. Нету такого, что где-то поймали один танк, подловили его, убили бесплатно. Везде все двигаются группами, фокусят, зажимают, пытаются друг друга обойти. То есть постоянно движение танков, движение сил на карте.
Постоянные перестрелки. По факту карта, и когда была поделена именно тактически пополам, слева торнадо, справа НСС, они встретились в центре очень близко, и тут уже в любом случае они обязаны друг друга убивать, каждый хочет победить. Кто-то оказывается сильнее, кто-то слабее. Здесь, получается, на очень тоненького переиграли торнадо, по чуть-чуть откусывая какие-то моменты, где-то лучше скоординировавшись, лучше пробивая маусов, они смогли убить команду НСС и забрать себе первый раунд на затерянном городе.
И после этого раунда началось доминирование, конечно, торнадо на этой карте.
Все верно, мы можем перейти, в принципе, к следующему раунду.
Давайте тогда вкратце обсудим, что было в этом раунде, потому что он как снежный ком прошелся просто-напросто. Буквально так, секунд 20-30.
Шестой раунд.
Да,
ты имеешь в
последний
виду?
раунд затерянного города.
Там очень интересная ситуация получилась в начале, когда мы видели, что команда Торнадо решила сыграть верхнюю базу изначально, и по сетапу было видно, что они собирались играть. НСС это все прочитали, расставили свои танки так, чтобы их законтрить, но Торнадо тоже, как говорится, не пальцем деланные, они заметили расстановку противника, поняли, что их там ждут и примут, если они попытаются сыграть. И они просто посреди боя там взяли какой-то, секунд 30, наверное, минуту,
Паузу
они
просто
подумали,
да, и
паузу,
поехали
да.
захватывать вторую базу.
И причем
Я слышал этот крик отсюда.
Да, Нескви координирует весьма громко, зал это слышит.
главное, что
Просто
противники не слышали.
берем базу, кричал Нески.
А самое главное, на этом лан-финале противники точно не слышат. Белый шум говорит о том, что
Да,
не
мы
слышат.
можем про них всякие гадости говорить, нам ничего за это не
Так,
будет.
я думаю, команды готовы, и
Да,
сейчас мы
и
можем...
мы готовы передать слово нашим замечательным комментаторам. Азиз, Озик, вам слово.
Okay, and welcome back. We are ready to get back underway here in this match between Tornado Energy and Not So Serious. Tornado Energy leading 4-2. We were talking just before that. We just played in Ghost Town. I asked Daki, is it going to be a map that makes or breaks the team if someone takes a 2-0 lead? Daki said yes, and that's exactly what's happened.
As predicted. How can I say? 4-2 down for NSS. It's beginning of the end. 7-4 is going to be the ultimate scoreline. 1 point, that's going to turn into... Wait. That is going to turn into a 7. And that's going to turn into a 4. Exactly.
It's hard to because we're not, if we do that, it's easy, I guess, but
Yeah.
don't want to look over your shoulder because everything's reversed in the camera. Your left hand comes up there, and
Weird things, but I forgot the next map.
Prokhorovka.
I
Daki.
just remembered. What a
Just
surprise.
remembered. Little voice in your head.
Prokhorovka?
Does the voice in your head sound like the voice in my head?
No, definitely not.
It sounds like a Polish guy
But
to
I
me.
think it's going to be it should be a 1-1 once more for this one.
I think most of the maps potentially from now are going to be 1-1.
Moravanka can be a 2-0, so can Cliff, depending on a few things. But Prokhorovka is a hard... and as a Tornado could perhaps make it work with some aggressive stuff, which we know they can bring from against when they play against Navi. Usually, perhaps when they bring up 1 or 2 aggressive tactics, they could catch NSS off guard on the defense. It kind of depends on what strats NSS is going to play as well, because I'm somehow feeling we're going to see those E50s return with some Eastern hold coming out
Double
if NSS
E50.
is defending. I'm not a great fan of it, but we might see it.
Yeah, but let's find out if you're right, Daki. We can jump right into the battle here as we're kicking off. Now, Prokhorovka, it's one of the oldest maps in the game as well. Tornado Energy, triple 113 back chat, 2 E50Ms, a little giggle there from the Killzor, the Magician, and then RU251.
I don't like this E50 strats.
Double E50 on the other side as well.
And let's see, if they go hold the Eastern side with it, not going to be too happy about it, but it looks
Neski
like they're
already
going
taking a
aggressive.
Neski popping over the middle there. He's chasing down Bulkin on the other side of the rails. You can see that on the minimap. Now,
Bulkin is
E50M,
dead.
Daki, a lot of players, well, not a lot of players, but, some people have called E50M weak. Is that something you agree on?
Yeah, and I think Bulkin is going to feel the pain how weak they are. Poor RU.
Leading the shot. Nicely done there by Diador, getting the kill there in the 1-1-3.
This is good stuff though from Tornado Energy. They went very aggressive in the beginning, something NSS didn't seem to expect. They have Griffon spotting 1-2 line as well. Now the rotations need to be on point for Tornado because NSS is going to try and take quickly A1, A2, and E1 so they can shoot down. But look at these rotations. Look at these 1-1-3s. They're already getting back into position. Tornado Energy is on point right now.
And sorry to bring it up, but Casna Crew, if you're watching, this is how a 1-2 line works. But, well, it only works if the team are not waiting on you in that area. Strong push here from NSS up the flank of the map. They can catch out Griffin here. Nuclear couldn't get crossfire shots in as they take the move here. Return shots going back out into Nuclear. Griffin is going to run back into that corner for his life, and the danger here of NSS is they could get caught out in this corner, Daki, can't they?
The issue is right now that Tornado Energy should group up and push straight over in towards them because Shotnik and Just Cause are still out of the fight. They need to take these 1-1-3s and dump over straight in towards them.
Just Cause coming in here from the back. His Shotnik's moved up in position as well. Tornado Energy need to get across this road. How much damage you could take in the meantime. Look at this. As Griffon starting to get shots back out into Lawshow coming in from the side. Lawshow taking a huge amount of damage here. So is Beowulf. Lawshow goes down. Tornado Energy still have all the tanks, still have all the guns in the game. NSS have lost 2 now. Right now, Coca-Cola's been focused. They've lost Applewell, Tornado Energy. Diador's gone down as well, as is Neski. Daki, this brawl's going to go right to the wire here.
Yeah, but the thing is, it should still go into favor of Tornado Energy, although it's starting to swing because of the SDRV from the back line. Shotnik, if he can connect shot after shot, he might be able to turn the game. But now, if they get Coca-Cola out of the game as well, it will be 2v4 and it will be hard to win. But Shotnik is crucial.
Shotnik here on a damage farm. Where's the next shot going to come into as Near You gets the kill there on Coca-Cola. Shotnik and Just Cause now left with their hope and a dream. Can they do it? Well, it's going to be a hell of a tall order.
Well, I just saw him bounce the last 3 shots. So, last 3, maybe even 4. Just 2 went into the 50, didn't connect another one. So 4 out of 5 shots missed, and now he's going to go down.
The return fire coming back out here. Shotnik's having to back off here. Can't afford to sit and take all these shots. Sever is spotted. Shotnik spotted as well. Know exactly where it is. Just Cause spotted as well. Tornado Energy are just going to bully their way back here into this map. Just Cause taking damage there. Shotnik continues to take damage now. He's only on 2 shots left and he's going to go down. Just Cause has a full clip, but he does not have the HP to trade back with the tanks here of Tornado Energy. As Nuclear picks up the kill on Shocknik, and now it's only Just Cause left.
Yeah, the issue there for Shotnik is all these tanks pretty much fire heat, so he can't withstand any of them. It just Cause just remaining. Shotnik could have done more, should have done more. If they killed 1 or 2 guys, then Tornado perhaps wouldn't push that aggressive.
Oh, Sever wanted to get that ram kill, but his teammate takes the shot there. So now Tornado Energy lead ahead 5-2. And well, I mean, I always talk about 1-2 line pushes. I do like seeing a good field 1-2 line push. And again, it just didn't quite work out in favor of the team trying to make the move.
Rotations from Tornado Energy were on point, or this was really good. Getting everybody in towards the fight. Just Cause and Shotnik are out of the game. Shotnik should do at least 4k damage in a fight like this with the shots he had. He needs to make more kills as well. If they kill 1 guy more, if he connects more shots and they make 1 low HP, then they wouldn't have pushed so hard probably. So there is that. Now with 4 tanks left alive and Shotnik bouncing shot after shot, they just went in and made the kills.
It seems to be that when teams do this 1-2 line push and it doesn't work for them, they never quite have the full read of the enemy team when they're doing it. Is that something that teams should be doing only when they have more of an idea where everyone is?
It's the only thing they could do. Shotnik did 3.7 with 17 shots. He could have done more with that. Could have done a lot more actually. 1-2 line push is the only thing they could do because they lost Bulkin instantly. They have no control over the right side, so they have to go left.
And here's the thing as well, Shotnik and Just Cause were the 2 tanks that weren't really in that brawl, so they could sit back and shoot everyone else. The rest of the team involved in that fight, they just weren't landing the shots compared to what Tornado Energy were doing.
Well, Tornado Energy focused well is the thing, and they have to shoot against 1-1-3s, which isn't that easy. Could have gone better for NSS if Just Cause was closer and Shotnik did some more shots, but they still have a few rounds to work with. It's not over just yet.
Looked like he was almost going to get left hanging there. No dares coming in, no dares on Yizne.
Yeah, luckily enough. But now they have to defend, which is easier. Depends on how Tornado Energy is going to play, because that last round, like we talked about, they could do something aggressive and Prokhorov can surprise NSS, which is actually exactly what they did. They went super aggressive middle, NSS not in position, not prepared, losing one tank, being forced into a commitment.
We've seen that before as well, where they've pushed over beside the rails, and a move we've generally not ever seen before as well. We've only seen it once on EU. Artillery coming out there from Monte.
Yeah, Monte going to be playing with the M40 on the fence. Let's see how that works out for NSS though, because it's very hard on Prokhorovka to make those shots count. So they're going to have an STRV, E50, 3 bats, a mouse. But again, this lineup from Tornado Energy, double WZ113, it can go aggressive on the eastern side because of the amount of armor it has available to it.
And also see this 50% defense here, and Tornado Energy 58% on the attack. On paper, again, favouring Tornado Energy, and it's generally going in their way right now.
Beowulf needs to be really careful in his mouse because he's going to get farmed pretty much. He got spotted early on, and that 140 will just ping him and keep it continuously ping him. NSS already needs to make a reaction. Yes, Diador might take an arty shot, but if Beowulf stays there, he's in trouble. Look at his HP dropping.
Right over the top there of Diodor, and Beowulf continues to take a pummeling here. Just Cause now getting shot as well as he trades with, it looks like, Griffon. Griffon taking actually a lot of damage here for Tornado Energy as he backs off down to roughly about half health. And Beowulf, for now, looks like nobody's spotting him or keeping him lit.
Yeah,
It's
but
not taking any more shots.
already. Niu is going already, and Just Cause is not able to play over there because they can shoot him from the middle. So he has to back off. He can't fight anymore. Tornado Energy is in prime position right now. This Eastern hold, I said I'm not a fan of it. It's not going to go well for them because now Tornado can just peek the rails, shoot, go save. Near you will go spot Beowulf. Beowulf will get put under pressure again, and it's the beginning of the end for NSS, honestly.
Just look at this map coverage right now that Tornado Energy have. They've been able to push NSS back into this top right corner as Beowulf continues to take a huge amount of damage. He's got a broken engine. He's now dead. Near you gets the final killing shot on him. And look at this. Tornado Energy just have NSS just boxed in this area. There's absolutely no way NSS can break out. They've got nothing they can do in base 1. Anything they can do if they're going to do any kind of cap tactics can only happen in base 2. And they've got no chance of doing cap tactics. They need to find tanks, need to start doing damage, and it's just not happening from the position they have.
They're surrounded, and Shotnik is in a tank that doesn't withstand a single heat shot, except if it hits that fence, which is designed against it. But for the rest of that, there is control over the hill for Tornado. They've lost Just Cause. So they have the hill, they have the middle, they have the cap, they have everything. There's just no way out for NSS at this point in time.
NSS can't peek over the rails, they can't go middle. It's just a case of Tornado Energy lining up the guns now, and this is the beginning of the end. Tornado Energy are going to be taking this one 6-2. Next tank to be focused on NSS looks like Coca-Cola. As the guns are going down, he's down to almost a broken engine, down to 2 shots, and he's going to go down. But look at this, actually. A lot of damage going back out into servers. Coca-Cola won that trade. Near you, sitting in the cap circle. There's nothing at all that can happen here for for NSS to be able to reset that.
They don't even have HP because now the push comes out from Tornado, and they will just clean up pretty much.
Bulkin taking damage here in the middle. Coca-Cola's taking a lot of damage. Shawnee's taking a lot of damage. There's only 3 tanks left and an artillery. Tornado Energy in complete control here. Bulkin's going to get dropped in by Diodor. Actually, a little bit of a low roll there. Near you still sitting in the cap circle here. All we have is Coca-Cola and Shotnik left. Shotnik's on a 1 shot. Coca-Cola 2 shots and he goes down. Shotnik actually though picking up a double kill on Diodor. No resets coming in yet though as Apoel gets the kill on Shotnik now. It's only Coca-Cola and Monte. It's just not going to be enough.
Nah, good read from Tornado Energy coming out this round, really. There's nothing to be done for NSS. They went for that standard Eastern hold we've seen a lot of teams do now. We've seen it not work for most teams, especially if you remember Ding against Kazna Crew lost in a similar fashion to this strategy. And it was a good start from Tornado. They spotted Beowulf. They took away about half of his HP, a little bit less than half, but then Near You went towards the 1-2 line, just pushed the mouse and hid behind him. They lost the mouse, and once you lose the mouse over there, Near You just started the cap. They still had the hill, but you can't rush the hill from the side of NSS because the tanks from the middle will shoot you. They will kill you, and they had 2 tanks there. So it was a fairly easy game actually for Tornado. Control middle and then kill the mouse, and that was pretty much GG.
Yep, it was an unfortunate situation for them. I mean, it's going to be a tough call to come right back into this. Looks like my prediction, as usual, Daki, is right out the window. Your one of 7-3 is probably going to be the closest.
I said 7-4, but
Okay, I would have just gone with 7-3. I wouldn't have known any better. They'd be like, yeah, that's just totally right,
I
Ryan.
said 7-4, but I was giving NSS maybe a little bit too much credit, but you know, it's not over yet.
Caster curse for me. Every time I say I think a team's going to do well, the exact opposite happens. And then when I try and be smart and go like, oh yeah, I'm going to say like 7-0 Kaznakru, it goes the opposite way.
Now, next map being Murovanka, if I'm not wrong. Question is, I think NSS is defending first on this one.
Couple of smiles now coming out for Tornado Energy.
I think NSS is defending first, so they have that going for them. They should arguably pick up the defensive round on Murovanka. Well, you arguably should always pick up the defensive round on any map, but they should have that one, so 6-3. Perhaps they can surprise Tornado on the attack as well, but I think they might get to 6-3 and then Tornado picks up their defense.
Shotnik and Coca-Cola coming out top damage there, but I mean, Shotnik was one of the last tanks left alive there for not so serious, but look at that, 5 tanks all in a row there for Tornado Energy.
Yeah, and you can see there at the bottom, Beowulf really didn't get to do anything in his mouse. Poor guy. You kind of got put in a hard position there when you're playing mouse because he got spotted early on, he took a lot of damage, and then he got pushed straight by a bat shot and nobody of your team in position to support you. Well, sometimes it is what it is.
Just get the team call saying, play defensively, and then you're on your
Well,
own.
you can't do anything.
Yeah.
He just wants to sit in the bushes and not get spotted, but the early spotting run spotted him, so he took a lot of damage from that, and then near you comes over, kills him. Easy.
Now, Tornado, not long now before they could be seen themselves in the final match here. And Daki, you were correct, it is Murovanka now. STB coming out Murovanka, not seen that for a little while, and then Udez as well.
We actually saw, who was it? Unique use it against Navi. It almost worked out, but Udes can spot effectively as well, just like a 1390. But Hellraiser's Tornado Energy with trip 4 113s and going for a quick cap. I don't know if this is going to work out, but it might because they have a lot of armor that will be able to hold the corner.
Quick cap, they've rushed everyone over onto the side. NSS are going to have to come back and react to that. Everyone in the base is lit at the moment. 30 seconds down the timer. Now, Diodor's been focused at the moment. There's no shots coming back out into the rest of the team. Cap is safe at the moment. 22 seconds. Shotnik is moving himself into position here. He is in the STB, so it's a perfect place for him. 17 seconds, but Daki, what do you see here?
Well, I see that nobody's going to get in position to reset it anymore because the 113s are locking down Shotnik in the STB, and the resets haven't come out yet, but they're going to push because NSS is completely out of position.
NSS see that there's a... Well, actually, Tornado Energy see there's an overlap here. Nesqui's going to go running into Shotnik, and you have the rest of the tanks coming here behind them. Tornado Energy, Nesqui getting focused out at the moment, but look at the damage going down onto NSS in the meantime. Shotnik being focused out at the moment. Monty and Lalsho have also taken a huge amount of damage. Shotnik down to a one-shot now, 149 health. He'll be the next one to fall. But in the meantime, Tornado Energy have lost Nesqui. Nuclear's being focused at the minute. He's down to 355 health. He goes down. Coca-Cola getting the kill at the moment. But NSS just do not have the HP to continue this fight right now.
The 113s now need to push in when the tanks are starting to get on reload, and they need to ignore Beowulf. And there we go, Nero pushing in as well. This should be it.
This looks like Tornado Energy are going to be going through to the final, but no, NSS are still holding on here. Server still has a huge amount of HP though in Tornado Energy, and what can they do? 3 tanks left on NSS against 3 tanks of Tornado Energy. Can they take out Apo? They can still survive here if they can take out another tank.
Well, Wow needs to kill Just Cause if he can. The thing is, though, Bulkin on one shot, Just Cause is on a one shot as well. And then they need to get Beowulf, and Server still has 2k available to him. He just needs to play it well, and Griffon as well with a decent amount of HP. There's no way out really here for NSS, especially because Beowulf is the only one that can take any damage. And they need to kill Apowa, and Beowulf actually gets Samuract along the way as well.
Beowulf taking a shot there on the left-hand side of the turret. It gives him an ammo rack. That is a weak spot, Daki. That's exactly where you got shot and got ammo racked when you were playing on Prokhorovka.
Yeah, perhaps, but there Apowa kills Bulkin, and now Server and Griffon should just group up, push in, clean out Beowulf, because guess what? Just Cause with 5 shots does not have enough to kill both of them.
Just Cause picks up a triple kill now as he gets the kill on Apowa. Server and Griffon left take their team into the finals here as Server, last charge of the Light Brigade, running in here against Beowulf, just backing him off the hill. Griffon able to get crossfire shots as well, and this is it. Tornado Energy smell blood. They know there's a kill waiting for them, and they want this match.
Well, they should go in, especially because the amount of shots available to It's the amount of shots available towards Just Cause. Griffon comes in, Observer, and Griffon should clean it up, and Just Cause just won't have the ammunition required.
Griffin comes in, does the drive-by, doesn't get the kill. Just Cause now dueling with Server here. Now, here's the thing, Daki. Server survived at the moment. He's going to go after Just Cause. Just Cause needs to run.
He can't run, he's behind the house.
He can't go anywhere, and this is going to be Tornado Energy taking this one out. Just Cause can play a ring around the rosies here, but he doesn't have the HP to be able to trade with Server, and here it goes.
Well, they need to play Ring Around the Rosie, and Just Cause needs to play it for about 6 minutes to make it work. Well, he's waiting for his reload. Server is a two-shot.
That stops caused them. He shouldn't have done that. The 113 still fast enough. Server picking up the triple kill, and that's it. Tornado Energy are setting up to play once again Navi in another finals here for the RU League.
I know why he stopped. That makes no sense why he slowed down. It's silly, but good job there from Tornado Energy. It got closer than expected. Griffon a little bit over-aggressive, almost gave it back towards Just Cause, but the initial strat from Tornado. Drive on top with the 113s. They spotted everybody from NSS, and then they just cleaned it up at that point.